Good morning, good afternoon. I'm Matt, and you reached King Trident's Tribe. Hello, Tribe, Soul Tribe. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, you had a great week, a very blessed week, and abundance is flowing in. Because this year is 2020 about abundance, love, and unity. So, no matter how hard things get, we got to keep on going. Got to keep it going. Keep shining your light. So I will timestamp this video as I will. I have a few things I need to announce in the beginning. So if you just bear with me, we'll make it through here. So thank you for all these people that subscribe to my channel. I'm very appreciative and very grateful. And it always is amazing whenever I see how many people I'm actually assisting. And just as much as I assist you, I learn a lot from each person that subscribes to my channel and comments. So I'm very appreciative for that. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please think about subscribing. Liking, sharing, even the dislikes, they're really great because it plays in the analytics to get my videos out to those that need it the most. So, and then, I will put information for my intuitive coaching sessions. And if you choose to donate, there'll be information for energy donations in the description of this video. So it just occurred to me that maybe some of the thoughts that go through the DS head, because I know that sometimes, as a DM, I felt like, maybe you weren't not good enough for your divine counterpart. I know I labeled this video, are you good enough for your DM? But really, I think depending on where you are in your journey, it goes both ways. So anyway, let's move along to the message at 2:15, and let's discuss this topic. So when a twin flame connection, let's understand real quick, the beginning part, because the beginning part is what makes, the part going towards separation and into separation, I think, so confusing. So let's go over that part. So when a twin flame connection is made in the physical, it's the most powerful connection that can be experienced on Mother Gaia, and probably the most powerful connection that you've experienced up to that time. I mean, if it's the most powerful connection that you can experience on Mother Gaia, then more than likely that's true. So there are so many emotions that come out of nowhere, basically. I mean, extreme emotions for a person, and for this divine counterpart, and you might not understand why. A lot of things you don't understand why, and as humans, we always are wondering. We're always wondering why certain things happen. We try to humanize every aspect, even though, some things we experience is on a soul connection. The fact is that you experience a deep connection, and even though you can't put 2 and 2 together, 2 and 2, 11. Oh, you are aware it's special. The experience is pure bliss. The love is out of this world, with no words to do it justice. There's no words that you can use that I'm aware of. Then again, I'm not an English major, and I guess I could barely speak English because most people don't really understand me. But when you get close to separation, the DM will start doing the Joker shuffle. And find anything to argue and blame it on you and make the connection seem to be flawed. And even you is being flawed. During this time and into full separation, fingers are always pointed. They're always pointed outward instead of inward. They can say the same They can say the same mean things, tell you that you are the problem, that you're flawed and unworthy. You can feel as if you are not good enough, and that is That is the fact for some people. Let me shed some light on this little particular darkness. If you've honestly met your twin, then the question is the answer. That's right. The question is the answer. So the question is, am I good enough for my twin? But really the answer is, I am good enough for my twin. Just as God's love is unconditional and infinite, so is your DMs. No matter how much they act like a buffoon, a joker, they do some crazy stuff. And I'm not saying that you should never, and more than likely it's going to be impossible to stay in that connection during that time frame. If that's really your twin, you're going to have to go into separation for many reasons. But one of the main reasons is because they know their own flaws, and they might not tell you that anything about them, but they know them. And one of the reasons why they act like basically like wild dogs is because they don't want to become tame. Basically, they don't want to do their inward work, and so they're holding out because it's harder to do your inner work than it is to just run away, for them anyway. Plus, there's an enormous amount of pain that goes with that, with them holding out. So basically, your flaws are their flaws, meaning you are a mirror to each other. If two mirrors are facing each other, they wouldn't blame each other for improper reflection. Because if you can see whatever it is on one mirror, you're gonna be able to see it on both mirrors if they're facing each other. And that's the same thing with twins. Y'all mirror each other. So whatever you see in that person is what's in you too, in one way or another. It might be not in the same circumstance. It might be in a different circumstance, but it's still the same thing. It's like whenever you're going through life and you choose to practice insanity without actually knowing you chose that. Because say you keep getting the same people or the same type of people with the same type of circumstance, and it takes you 4 or 5 times before you actually figure it out instead of 1 or 2 times. You see, when the DM goes into separation, they are usually aware of many items that they must address, meaning self-work. They will project because it's easier to blame you. It's always easier to point outwards than inwards, because they're in the ego and are not ready to change. That's a simple fact. They would much rather be Quagmire in a Joker suit handing out stale popcorn with moldy butter than to feel it to heal it and step into their king energy. Just remember, you're a queen, and queens don't have time for any slick jokers. Crowns before clowns. I know I've said this many times, but it's going to stick with me, and it's probably going to go on anything I develop, but crowns before clowns. Keep in mind that if you are performing your deliberate development, self-improvement, personal healing, and you're working to balance your Holy Trinity, meaning mind, body, and soul, then you're probably light years ahead of the DM, and usually the DF is ahead of the DM. They'll start to know this, and instead of being honest and tell you that they know this, then they will project your flaws, meaning point out anything that's wrong with you and make you feel inadequate or not good enough, when in all actuality, you're an upgrade. At this point in time, they are a downgrade. Instead of being an equal, they just want to stay in their flawed ways, and they don't want to feel it to heal it. They don't want to do any of their self inner work. And if they did, then they would be, it's not that you're not equal at that time. It's On a soul level, you're equal, but in the physical, in your human body, you're unequal because of the work that ain't done, that's not being done. This is due to their lack of self-inner work, as I mentioned, and distorted energy. What I want you to know is this: you're a queen, and you're a diamond, or a diamond in the rough. If you're continuing to work on yourself, you might be a diamond in the rough. That's all right. The fact is a diamond is a diamond. If your DM is in his Joker energy, then he doesn't deserve you at this point. And my recommendation is to save your energy and walk away until he decides to make the effort to perform his inner work and balance his Holy Trinity. Once he's in his King energy, he will then know how wrong he was and know what he has: a beautiful soul queen. And, this lesson can also apply to other people that are not in, in twin flame or soulmate connections. People often will try to make you feel like that you're inferior or you're not good enough, especially whenever you're dating. Just know this. Know your value, for one. And I'm going to tell you, you're very valuable. And never decrease your value. Don't decrease your own value. Love yourself. And if you're dating someone that is wishy-washy, then that's their answer. Because believe me, when somebody is interested, you'll know they're interested. If they say, I don't know, that's their answer. Move on. Move on. Have some self-respect and move on. Because you are a valuable king or queen. You don't have time for wishy-washiness. I don't care how just because somebody looks, as easy on the eyes on the outside, doesn't mean they're easy on the eyes on the inside. So when a person says who they are, believe them. And value your own peace and serenity of your own life. Believe me, that's a lesson you learn whenever you try to force yourself into a situation with a person that's like wishy-washy or doesn't really care about you. Your life revolves around drama, and you'll learn the value quickly of peace and serenity. So anyway, you guys, I hope you have an awesome week. And just let me tell you this, man. I am so happy to have an awesome soul tribe and be able to assist each and every one of you. And you're gonna have a great weekend. And just remember this: the 3 most important things in life is peace, love, and happiness. I'll see y'all later.